Morning, family. Good morning, family. Hey, y'all come on in. Come on in. Hey, welcome back to Rough House Boxing. I am that boy Box. And I'm heading to work, man. So y'all rolling with me. That's what's up. But I want to talk a little bit about Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Wilder. And back when he was having negotiations with Wilder and Eddie Perm and Anthony Johnson, Eddie Perm put out this statement that said that they had an 8-year plan for Joshua that was going to make him a billionaire. If I'm not mistaken, that's what it said. It was going to make him a billionaire, and they had an 8-year plan, which they had based off of Klitschko's career. So I got to thinking about that. Oh, and also he said that if Wilder didn't play nice, that they would freeze him out. That was the words of Joshua and Eddie Perm. But the way the tables have turned, it looks like Joshua could be getting frozen out. And because it's either that or Eddie is going to have to offer him up to one of the big three, and the big three being Wilder, Ortiz, or Fury. Excuse me. Yeah, he's backed himself into a corner now. He can't go on fighting the Parkers and Tackums and Chizuras and Dylan Whites. People have seen that already. You know, he stepped out of the gate fighting that competition. Now, granted, the heavyweight division is top heavy and it thins out rather quickly as you go down. There's really not a whole lot below the top four heavyweights in the division. I've heard people say, well, Dillian White. Nah, Dillian White is trash, man. That dude is. Another 30 seconds in that Parker White fight, Parker would have won that fight. So, you know, I'm not impressed. There's nothing on his resume that is impressive to me. And it's just what it is. He's an average fighter. He's a C grade heavyweight fighter at best, who's just happened to be able to be in the right place at the right time to take advantage of some opportunities that were presented to him by Eddie Perm. That's all it is. You know, Eddie's using him as a chess piece, either to try to box Deontay in and possibly take the WBC heavyweight title from him, or he's sending little buddy out there as a scapegoat, as an offering, hoping that if he fights, because he keeps trying to throw White at Wilder, so he's hoping that White can take something out of Wilder in a fight that they have. And if he takes enough out of Wilder, then he'll send AJ in there, to clean up. But that's what it is. All right, now I said all of that to say this. I digress. I believe that Wilder should have a plan in place too. And this plan is all contingent on Deontay Wilder continuing to win, continuing to get knockouts in dramatic fashion. When you think about it. Wilder fights Tyson Fury in November or December, whichever. Epic fight. All right, and we'll say Wilder wins by 10th round KO. It's a good fight up until then. He wins by 10th round KO. All right. After that, he could rematch Fury. Fury is the lineal heavyweight champion. And Deontay beats him. That makes Deontay Wilder the lineal heavyweight champion. You know, give dude a crack at his at that lineal title back. And and he'd have a chance at the WBC strap. So they rematched that. During that time, this should be fresh off the heels of AJ and Povetkin. That should be over. Okay. AJ Wilder goes ahead and schedules a rematch. Who's AJ gonna fight? Y'all think he gonna fight Ortiz? Probably not. Let's say he fights Big Baby Miller. You know? No, actually, no. He'll probably fight Dillian White. He'll probably fight Dillian White and do that as a rematch. It's going to be lackluster because people have seen that before and everybody knows what the outcome is going to be. All right. Now, let's say Fury and Wilder rematch again. Let's say in May. They rematch. That'll be fresh off the heels of the Dillian White AJ rematch. All right. So Wilder wins again. This time he KOs him in 7 rounds. KOs him in 7 rounds. Okay. That's over. Now, Fury will have been beaten twice by Deontay Wilder. Which that may be right up AJ's alley. You never know. You know, at that point, would Fury be damaged goods? Who knows? But that might be something AJ looks at. But that's going to be a fight that's going to be taken with an asterisk next to it, with a dark cloud over it, because you know for a fact that the masses are going to be able to say, well, he just got knocked out twice by Wilder. You know, he's damaged goods. You know, whatever. Which could possibly be true after 2 knockouts. But Fury will still be a name. And I believe they'll be able to build up this intra-country rival. You know, both of them are from Britain. And he may be able to pull off a Fury fight with AJ that does pretty decently, just based off of the in-country rival. Okay, so after the 2 Deontay Wilder Fury fights, then Deontay could knock off Dominic Brazil, because all of that back and forth and that whoop-de-whoop, you know, that'll probably still be floating in the atmosphere. Deontay told Brazil he wants to look in his son's eyes, and he wants his eyes to see the man that's gonna cripple his daddy. I thought that was so gangster the way he said that. Oh wait, that was so G right there, man. I loved it. I want your son to look into my eyes and see the man that's gonna put his daddy night-night. That's not exactly how he said it, but that's the sentiment. And that just send chills, you know what I'm saying, on your bones. That's the boogeyman right there. That was gangster. Shout out to Wilder for that one, man. But yeah, but that back and forth is probably still gonna be permeating on some level until that fight happens. So he goes ahead, then there's a lot of build up because of that back and forth. He goes ahead and he fights Brazil. He knocks Brazil out in, I don't know, 5 rounds, 6 rounds, something like that. You know, easy work. But because of the out of the ring personal drama is built up to a big fight. Who is AJ fighting now? Is he going to rematch Fury? Probably not, because like we said, Fury is extra damaged goods by now, especially if he beat Fury in the fight they just had. He can't beat up on Fury anymore. He can't beat up on Dillian White anymore. He can't beat up on Joseph Parker anymore. You know? He can't go back to Takum. He can't go back to Chisora. By now, he's probably gotta fight Big Baby Miller. You know, and I'm pretty sure within these fights that Wilder is having, Eddie Hearn will be reaching out to Deontay Wilder like, come on, man, we'll fight you. Hey, that 15, hey, I tell you what, that 15, we'll bump it up to 17. Hey, that 17, hold on, man, we'll bump that up to 18.5. All right, check it out, 20. That price is steady gonna creep up, you know. And shout out to that boy Fanon over at Fanon International Boxing. But he did a video yesterday, I believe it was yesterday, at least I watched it yesterday, where he broke down the potential numbers for this upcoming Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury fight, and showed to where reasonably the numbers weren't, it wasn't highballed, it wasn't lowballed, but it was pretty average. You know, the calculations that he used, the numbers that he based it off of, to where Deontay Wilder could make $40 million gross, $40 million on this next fight. You know? Now, after, will AJ fight Luis Ortiz? Probably. I mean, at this point, he may have to, and Luis will be a year older, year and a half older, but he may have to, and Luis Ortiz may be the first of the big three that gets a crack at. Well, no, we already said he fight Tyson Fury, but Ortiz will be the toughest test that AJ's ever faced. That'd be for sure. You know. So, but yeah, after Deontay Wilder knocks off Brazil, he could fight Luis Ortiz again, and that'd be an epic rematch. We all know that'd be an epic rematch based off the first fight. And during this whole time, who is AJ fighting? You know what I'm saying? Who is AJ fighting? That's noteworthy. That's a name. That's a talent. Who? You know, that's all. That's all I was thinking about. And I was thinking, man, I would initiate that plan if I was Deontay Wilder. You know, is it petty? Yeah, it is. Out of spite, I'd still do it. You know, just because of all that disrespect. Look at the negotiations between Wilder and Fury. Now we're not privy to the everyday back and forth that's going on, but you know, according to both sides, the negotiations have been like and the only thing that's really hinging right now is the fact of Fury beating Piñata, whatever his name is, his next opponent. He's got to beat that guy. And then after that, everything is official. And watch, they're going to announce that fight the night that Fury beats Piñata, whatever his name is, Spaghettietta. But yeah, so AJ is literally caught between a rock and a hard place. And I guarantee you that Hearns, this is a scenario that keeps Hearn up at night. He's thought about this. He knows since Wilder didn't take the bait for that first set of negotiations that they botched epically, he could go ahead and just freeze AJ out for the time being with meaningful fights. He meaning Wilder. Wilder could freeze AJ out with meaningful fights while AJ is left to rummage around in the trash can in the dumpster, man. and beat up on some tomato cans in the meantime. Yeah, but that's what it is, man. I got to get in here and get to work, man. Shout out to the whole LDBC. And, hey, y'all go over there and check out Fanan International Boxing if you haven't already, man. I normally wake up and start my day listening to Fanan, and he's always got good content. He's a type that's willing to debate with people that have difference in opinion and mind state, but he his arguments and his presentations are always based in logic. That being that he has a law uh, a law background. He was an attorney, is an attorney, was an attorney. I'm not sure what the case is, but hey, go like and subscribe to Fanan. That boy is the truth. Fanan International Boxing. Shout out to Fanan. Hey, this is Roughhouse Boxing TV. I am Dead Boy Box, and you like, subscribe, share it to your social media platforms. You know, Twitter, your Facebook, all that. Tell a friend. Tell a friend if you like what you heard today, man. Go ahead and tell a friend to come check us out at the house, man. But that's what it is, man. It's like 9 o'clock, just about a few minutes to 9. I gotta get in here and start the day, man. But yeah, that's all I got. So y'all can go ahead and get out the house. Chill.